We're back. I'm back. She back. Turn your
Back.
timer down. You know you got to echo. There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah. You hear it?
I don't know what that is.
That comes from you. Your sound be up a little bit louder
Oh, try turning
every
your stuff
week.
down too.
Hmm.
Turn yours down a notch or two and see what happens as well.
I am. I'm down. My check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
hear
got
that?
it. I got it. We got to ask. Are you getting any feedback? Type a 3 in the chat if you hear any feedback.
All right. So this week has been a week.
It went by
We.
so fast.
Mm, that's only because we've been up late.
I don't know why we've been like vampires. And Mexico was only like an hour difference, but we have been up late.
Like 5 a.m.,
And the days have been
6
gray.
a.m.
Yeah, the days have been like gray. I don't know what it is, but I mean, hey, not winter is coming, but winter is here.
This is what happens when you get younger.
She's up 24/7, vamping.
What happens when you get younger. This week we had our impromptu meetup. Well, we was gonna have the meetup, but I invited people at the last minute. Well, we had Revacom. And then I guess I should share that. See Revacom here. Brett and them are based out of Hawaii. This is their website, and he has positions open for directors, cloud admins, just various positions. Uh, D has reached out to him as well too, but you can hit careers and you can see all their jobs there, right? Um, I think most of their jobs are around the DevOps stuff and capture management are remote. I think he just had. I think he has to put something down, but you can always tap in with him and figure it out. Oh, so we get an extra hour tonight. Awesome. I'm excited. It's
Is
not like
that
we
what
need an.
that is? Is the time changing? I know it's
Yeah,
getting darker.
it's not like we need an extra hour just to party.
We haven't even been doing that though.
Yeah. Um, but that was what happened on Wednesday. The other one was X4 Technology. Let me see. I posted the job in Slack. So let me go to Slack and pull that job. It's in jobs. If you're in the Slack group, and I posted it the other day, and I was saying this job is paying 700K upwards. I didn't get no hits on it though. Ain't nobody asking about it. I don't know if it wasn't believable or not, but that's what it was right here. 700K base pay range to a million a year. And X4 Technology Group. And so I brought uh, Joe and uh, was it Maxine? Is that right?
I don't remember her name. I do apologize.
You're talking too low. I couldn't hear you.
I said I don't remember her name. I apologize.
Okay. Um, but Joe, nevertheless, here was the recruiter that was on and talked about their company and the jobs and why open market it is, uh, that they're looking for people and so forth. Right? So, all right. So that was that. Then we got some more people coming on from blockchain to mm, cars. gaming, um, cars, gaming, blockchain, more DevSecOps, cybersecurity, um, possibly some programming. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I know for a fact. Oh yeah. And OpenShift and people who have built companies and platforms. Right. So we'll have some more of that back on. So let's get into it. All right, women in Linux. That's where you're at. That's who we are. That's where you landed at. We're back. Womeninlinux.org is how you can find us. All over social media, Women in Linux. If you are on Twitter right now, we're streaming. Hey, Twitter, if somebody's
No,
watching.
we are streaming on Twitter, huh?
Hey, um, to
Hey,
the peoples on in Tweetland, right?
hey, Twitter.
Yeah, and those on Facebook. I don't know. Are you streaming the LinkedIn too?
No,
You gotta do better.
I don't know. LinkedIn always gives us like the problems at the last minute, which is
You're
weird.
talking low. I can barely hear you.
I don't know why. Maybe because you had me turn my sound down, but I don't know what goes on with LinkedIn. Sometimes it um, detaches and reattaches itself, so it does some real weird stuff on when I stream.
Mm. And if you want to connect with us on our Slack group, hit connect. When I say this, that means hit connect right here. I'm not sure where else on this website where everybody else goes and says they hit connect, but if you just hit connect right here,
I
take
guess
you
I
to
got.
this purple page and you put in your email address and you need the Slack app and then go from there. Amongst other things, you can shop, you can buy all, hit on all products, get what you like, do what you like the song say, do what you like. All right. And then the next thing to donate with your time or money. We donated to you today. We pour into you.
We did. We had our 40th episode of Tech Stocks and Jobs. I can't believe it.
They said continue it. That's what I heard. That's what I saw. That's what word in the chat said was
It
continue.
was. It was. I know like when I talk to people, they're like, I wasn't able to catch it, but I go back and listen to it. So
Make
that's
sure y'all
always
hit the
good to know.
like button on those. Leave comments. We need likes and
We do
comments.
need comments. We do. Your feedback is very important to us.
Yeah, we need
Like we say
comments.
all the
Not
time,
just
the
not just
community
in the
drives the.
chats.
Yeah, the community drives the conversation. So if you have any questions or comments in the comment section, when this is over, we do leave those.
Yep. And congratulations to the person who won earlier. I'm not sure who
Bell.
won.
Bell
Bell won.
won.
Bell,
Oh,
you
there's
you won.
Bell. Bell's in the chat. Congratulations, Bell.
Bell, did you win? I don't know. I don't know if Bell won. I'm gonna have to go back and review. I'm gonna have to call. I'm gonna have to call the umpires in and review. I don't know if Bell won
You have to do the replay. You gotta be watching the chat.
or not.
Gotta be
I'm gonna have to
watching
go
the
back and
chat.
do a
I'm an
replay on
avid
that.
chat watcher.
I'm gonna have to go back and do a replay on that. I'm calling. I'm pulling out my flag. I wish I had a yellow towel so I could just pull out my flag.
I'm surprised you don't. You have like 50,000 microfiber towels
It's one
back
in the
there.
in
I'm
the
surprised
garage.
you
I'm gonna
don't
bring
have
one in.
one.
Bring one in. All right, so let's get cracking. All right, and let me give a shout out first. CKC, I see you. Coda Evelyn, I see you. Bill, Natasha. What's going on, Cisco 5? Um, and what's going on? Is it DJ DX? I
I
know.
think it's Derek.
I know it's Derek. I don't know which Derek. Is the Derek Washington? I think that's what it is. But you're a DJ too? Oh, we're gonna have to get you to come on and DJ some tunes. Hey, are we done with our last? We did our last happy hour. We did that.
We
We
did
done.
our last happy hour
Okay.
for the year. We had 4 happy hours this year. If you guys missed out, oh, Derek Arnold. Hey, Derek Arnold.
What's going on,
Long
Derek?
time no see.
I know, right?
It's been a minute.
You are you watching us on Twitter? Is that how you see us?
I don't know. It looks like his comment is from YouTube.
I know, but I'm just wondering if you clicked on it and then it take you directly to YouTube from Twitter.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good to know.
You know how you click on stuff and say you
Hmm.
see it on YouTube and it take you to YouTube.
That'd be good to know.
Oh, cool. All right, so let's get to the info.
What info you got drummed up for us today?
You know, I always got something.
You do. You do.
So, did you all see that LinkedIn is rolling out a freelancer marketplace? Who do you think they're trying to compete with?
All of them.
Fiverr and
Fiverr. What's the
oh,
other
yeah,
one?
different than me though.
The more polished one. I was just on there.
Fiverr,
WeWork
Upwork,
or something like that. Is it
Upwork,
WeWork?
all
Upwork.
of them. And it says LinkedIn rolls out a freelance services marketplace globally after picking up 2 million users in a smaller US beta, right? So it's Fiverr, not fiber. But you need fiber every day though. Right. So
So corny.
and you use fiber in your Cisco switches. Boom. Three ways to use fiber. All right. So LinkedIn, the Microsoft owned platform for those connecting with others in the fields of work, and those looking for work, has been known best in recruitment for sourcing candidates and so forth, so on. But again, they're offering up. I've been seeing a lot of LinkedIn um, freelance jobs. Indeed has a big link freelance situation. Like if you go to Indeed and then you just type in I just type in Linux for now, and then type in job type, um, contract, and then you can type in your estimate. Say you want above 135. There you go. See, the numbers start coming up: 80 to 100 an hour, so forth and so on. 70 an hour, 90 to 120. You know, that's where you can come in and start seeing those jobs, right? On Indeed. I don't know if Dice has the same thing. See, shit over here to Dice. Let's type in Linux, hit search, and let's see. And now let's do remote only. Let's do contract. Easy apply. This is the one I was talking about where you can easy apply so it don't take you outside of the other thing,
Yeah, I
outside
think
of their
everybody's
system.
trying to capitalize on the gig economy per se.
Yep. And so here's the contract. You see contract come up right here. Now sometimes some people you'll see they'll put contract and they'll be full time and part time because they trying to get you to trying to get your eyes on that job, right? But if you want to do a web scrape, you could probably create your own. You could probably integrate with their API and probably do a filter if you wanted to. Or you can set up alerts. You don't even have to do that. You can set up alerts and do that as well. So let's see, work from home available. See, you can't do both, right? It's just either work from home or remote only, right? So just to let you know what they got going on. I wonder what the market number is on that in terms of how much they're expecting to return. Let's see. LinkedIn has already been running a quiet beta of a service in the US, which has already picked up 2 million users from among the nearly 800 million users that LinkedIn has globally. Let me see. Do they talk about the ROI? That's what I want to know. What's their ROI on this? And see, they don't have that in here. Hmm. I know they got the numbers.
Oh, you know LinkedIn got the numbers.
right? Did you see this? Google invests $1 billion into an exchange giant CME and strikes a cloud deal, right? So let's go look up this because they said I've looked at this too many times. So let's cut and paste. All right, here we go. Google invests 1 billion in exchange giant CME.
And so
Um,
last week they were hiring, they're training over 40 million people, and now we know why.
right. So under the deal, technology giant cloud unit would eventually power markets that had trillions of dollars in trades each day. So when I hear that, I hear quant. Let me pull up. Let's play a word game. And that word game is when you hear this, when you see this, what do you hear? I mean, when you see stuff like this, what do you hear? So let me minimize this. All right. So the first thing I hear is we're talking trading. I'm thinking quant, um, compliance,
Go ahead and enlarge the
okay, security. Uh,
font on that.
yep.
Banks, we can see that one.
Let me see. A little bit bigger. I hear quant, compliant, security. We also hear cloud. I hear cloud security. I hear automation. I hear infrastructure as code, networking. I hear speed. I hear CPU. I hear observability. What else do y'all hear? That's what I hear. And it also says the company said Thursday that their 10-year partnership will allow CME to bring new users faster, streamline operations. I hear processes. Um, and cloud computing companies outsource computer processes and oh yeah, data storage. So we hear data, and you should hear databases, right? I hear documentation. Um, yeah, probably GPU. Um, but again, when I'm looking at this, if there was to pop up a job description, I would expect to see these words sprinkled throughout there, such as even Git flow, uh, documentation, even Jira, something like that. I would be expecting to see these things uh, inside of a job description, right?
Which equals opportunity.
Yep. Let me see. Is there anything else? No, there was nothing else. So CME, let's go here. CME Group traded at 223 last we saw, right? Um, let's go look at the company. Where are they based out of? And then the CME Group futures and option trading for risk management. All right, so we got some compliance, of course, but let's hop down here to. I don't want to accept. I want to hop down here to careers, and I just want to see. I gotta accept whatever careers, and I just want to see if we're making the right call. Search job options. All right, technical specialist, telecoms, cyber defense operations, senior cyber defense engineer, lead security, IT compliance, systems engineer. They're in the UK. All right, so let's blow this up. Um, support platform documents deployment and configuration procedures, defines problems, describe the cause and the effect of the relationship, demonstrate knowledge of Linux and Windows. We didn't even put Linux and Windows down. Distributed computing architecture, client server, internet, hardware platform, CPU, memory, end user devices, and peripherals. So we're pretty on point, right? We're pretty on point, right? So when you're looking at jobs, this is when you see these titles and stuff like that. These keywords should pop in really quickly. Um, let's look at this. Data protection, the idle, security standards, NIST cybersecurity framework, um, DLP, high availability, system engineering, create roadmaps, vision for the maturity of DLP, data protection, cloud tooling, data security, encryption, cloud security, technologies, data loss prevention, so forth. So we're pretty on point, and and I just looked at two different jobs, and these concepts come up. The only thing that you haven't seen is quant, but it's probably on the trading side, right? Or the developer side, right? So that's where we're going with that. All right. So next up is our favorite company right now. Everybody uses this company, or at least you've heard of it. HashiCorp,
Or their
uh,
products. You heard of the company or the products.
Terraform, Vault, Packer, um, Console, Boundary. I forget the name of the other new product that they got. Terraform Cloud, Terraform Enterprise. Uh, cloud software vendor files for their IPO as investors pour money into high growth tech stocks. Um, picture that. Let's see. Revenue for the period ended in July 31st climbed to 75.1 million from 50.5 million last year. Um, GitLab, a fully remote provider collaboration tools, went public last month with a $16 billion with a market cap of $16 billion on just $58.1 million of revenue, and they're bringing in 75 million, so they're going to be worth more than 16 billion when they get done. So they said last value in the private market was in 2020 was 5.1 billion in the private market. So if they go
Wow.
public, it's going to be more than that. Right? Shout out to Amanda Emmanuel uh, over at Hashi. I see you. All right, back to my favorite subject, quantum,
Another favorite subject.
quantum,
Quant.
quantum
Mhm.
computers. 8 ways quantum computing is going to change the world. This is what they're giving. This is what they're saying.
And let's count the ways.
Yep, discovering new drugs. Is that a new vaccine for COVID-19? Did Pfizer use quantum? I don't know.
Who knows? You're gonna need like 6 boosters with that thing.
There you go. You couldn't just say I don't know. You
I mean, that's part of discovering new drugs.
creating better batteries. All right, from powering cars to storing renewable energy. Remember, I talked about those ESG funds. Remember that $4 trillion for those ESG funds? Predicting the weather. Remember, we saw earlier sail drone, right? We saw sail drone earlier. Um, picking stocks. Imagine that.
Right.
Imagine that. Processing language. We're now getting into NLP, natural language processing, and those clusters. And they got quantum natural language. The field is also known as quantum natural language processing and is a key focus of Cambridge quantum computing. The company has already experimentally known that sentences can be parameterized on quantum circuits. I don't know how you do that on circuits. Helping to solve the traveling salesman problem. A salesman is given a list of cities they need to visit as well as the distance between them and has to come up with the route that will save the most time and cost the least amount of money. So
Mm.
logistics, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Energy giant ExxonMobil, for example, has been trying to optimize daily routing of merchant ships crossing the oceans. That is more than 50,000 ships carrying 200,000 containers to move goods with a total value of
Ooh,
14 trillion. Did you just
that's a
yawn?
lot of products.
Was you yawning?
No, I said, whoo.
Oh, I was like, am I boring you? I apologize. I apologize. All right. Next one. Reducing congestion. Sounds like this.
Traffic.
Yeah. Protecting sensitive data. Uh, we talked about that before. And that was it. So those are
Okay.
the ways they're looking at quantum, and those ways are being worked on right now. Here they talking about IONQ. They already went public. IONQ already went public not too long ago, and I think they were in a SPAC. All right. So remember I talked about quantum, and remember I talked about IBM. Well, we're back. IBM is back. So Kyndryl officially launches as IBM spins out 19 billion infrastructure service business. IBM spun off its spun out its infrastructure services into a new business. It's called Kyndryl. We talked about it last week about them breaking off into these professional services. Under this professional services, more than likely quantum and AI. Um, and here they had a presentation that they did. It says, but when Big Blue announced its intention to spin out this division last year, it was clear that it was looking to move away from legacy business, as it saw infrastructure services as a piece that didn't fit with the CEO, hybrid and AI focused division. As I wrote an analysis of the move when it was announced, so we should go back and read that analysis. Check that out. All right. All right. Next one up is your favorite person, I guess. One of some kids' favorite basketball player, Kevin Durant. The NBA star Kevin Durant backs $200 million SPAC. The Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant backed a SPAC company, Infinite Acquisition, which filed for their initial offering for 200 million. The NBA will serve as the co-CEO Infinite and will be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Sports gambling company DraftKings used the SPAC to go public. So Infinite.
Okay, money moves for Kevin Durant.
Yep, Infinite. Let's see. Infinite will sell 20 million shares at $10 and return money to its investors if it doesn't acquire the company to take it public in 24 months. The SPAC will trade under the symbol NFNT.U. NFNT.U. Let me see if they got more information on it. No, just various information. Now I have no more information on this one. But that's what he did. He's putting his money in the tech, as they all often do.
Is there any more information that blank check company is sticking out in my mind? What can we dive deeper into that?
Um,
Because DraftKings used this company as well to go public.
all right, Infinite Acquisition Corporation. Let's see. All right, this is their SEC filing. Cayman Islands.
Like
uh,
getoutmybusiness.com.
all right. Let me see. Public offering. Summary financials, relationships, and related parties. All right. See, Andre Williams, Sam Listen, Anastasia Skilakis, and Stacy Bennett. Let's go look up Andre. Andre. Oh, darling Andre. There's Andre Williams, CEO of American Express National Bank.
Henri.
Okay, Henri.
Henri.
He gonna be Henri today.
So disrespectful.
He gonna be Henri today.
Henri.
Um,
Henri.
Sam, Sam, I guess lesson.
Lesson.
Yeah, that's Sam. Manolo Park. What is
What you
Sam
call it?
into? I call it Manolo. I know what it is. I'm calling it Manolo. I know you don't like it. You don't want me to call it Manolo.
No, I was confused for where was Manolo Park at?
Manolo. All right. Looks like he's into crypto.
Okay.
I'm hosting an event on how crypto can be leveraged to address global climate problems in the coming years. So he's into crypto. He's in Manolo and Anastasia. Oops, come back. Let's go look up Anastasia. Oh, Anna. All right, here she go right here. Stanford CO.uk. There you go. That's Anastasia. She's 33. Right. Here's her Twitter. They're protected. You gotta get to know her. And Stacy. Or Stancy. Stancy. Let's see. Chief Executive Officer Alice and Olivia.
I think yours was Stancy. Yours had an N
Oh,
in
that's
it.
Stacy. Did I take it? Okay, there it is. Stancy. No, 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 they don't like it. But it's good to know who the CEO of that one is. No, nothing on Stancy.
Hmm.
Is Stancy a person?
Is Stancy a person?
Mm-hmm. Stancy
I,
ring a
I,
bell.
I don't think it would be a typo on that type of document.
I hope not. I don't know. And we maintain that office out of New York. Here, I'll give you this link, and you all can dive into it.
We want to know who Stancy is.
You gonna have to research Stancy.
Hmm?
You gonna you gonna have to. I didn't say Andre. I said Andre.
No, he said Henri is Andre without the D.
Okay. Well, he gonna be what I said he is today. All right. Check this out. Coinbase confirms it's launching a subscription service with zero fees. The exchange is due to release a new product with zero fee trading.
Everybody, make sure you like and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet.
What you say? Because you sound down. Make sure you like and
Make
subscribe.
sure you like and subscribe. You know what? I didn't eat any food, and I can tell the difference.
I'm gonna need some pep out of you.
I am.
I'm gonna need some
I'm
pep out of you.
trying.
Somebody put fire emojis in the comments. Put some fire emojis in the comments. Put some
Feet
fire
cold. I'm
emojis.
just
Yeah,
going through the
light a
motions.
fire under D, like torch. We need some fire emojis. All
I
right,
do.
coin.
It's chilly outside.
Oh God, it is not that cold.
You at any time you leave this place with a jacket on, it's chilly.
It is not that cold outside.
It's
You act like
chilly.
it's 45 degrees.
It's chilly.
All right, let's disprove this theory real quick.
Oh gosh, do not take up our valuable chat time with the people
Let's disprove this
to
theory.
talk about the weather.
Let's disprove this
It's
theory.
chilly for Florida.
Let's disprove this theory. 64.
It was colder than that.
It's
That's cold for
64.
us. That's chilly for
Chilly?
Florida. For Florida. Thank you,
No, it's not.
Bill, for the fire.
You need a fire emoji. You need to light a fire on your ass.
It's chill. It's this Florida chilly.
Oh God. Oh God. Coinbase,
Coinbase.
the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the US, is in the process of testing out a new subscription. The company today confirmed to Decrypt. The new service leaked
Thank you,
earlier
Bill.
today, whatever day this was, as that's not a little chilly Bill. Bill, but don't give Bill nothing. Bill don't get nothing. Don't give Bill nothing. All that hogwash she's got in these comments. As Coinbase users prematurely receive access to beta version and so forth. Starting to choke. Enjoy zero trading fees on unlimited trades as long as you're a subscriber. Now I don't know how much the subscription is. That'll be the question: is how much is the subscription? Right.
They
So you
said
need to
beta is
find
gonna
out
be
how much
free.
that is. We'll talk about this $1 trillion. I didn't dive into it, so I ain't gonna talk about it today. But we need to talk about it. There's some rules and regulations in there that's gonna affect our taxes. Uh oh. Oh, I'm missing the H. I do it all the time. All right. Investor calls for criminal charges and prison for
Lock them
Facebook
up.
execs as tech world enters into an open revolt against social media. I know that's right. That's cookout and pool weather. That's what I'm trying to tell her. What she talking about?
In New Jersey. That's in New
This
Jersey.
this why you can't. This is why everybody's not gonna be able to go with you to the top.
New
Some people you're
Jersey.
gonna have to leave behind. They're gonna slow you down.
Oh,
Yeah. Investor calls for criminal charges. All right. So longtime Facebook investor Roger McNamee McNamee called for criminal probes into the company at the Web Summit. His call echoed by other shows that tech world is in an open revolt against its leading platforms. Like they're not gonna take it no more. You ain't gonna keep getting rich off us. The pool is not closed. The pool is open in the backyard. It's open.
she ain't been in it all year.
Don't matter. It's still open. The conference was huge. It was 80,000 people there, and this was in 4 days on the shoreline of Portugal. All right. So as you can see, we got a revolt. I don't know if you all saw the stuff that came out from. Oh, I posted it in Bit. Was it? I don't know. It was Tesla or one of them. I forget which one it was. I forget, but the black employees were saying they were being underpaid and harassed and so forth.
Tesla.
It was Tesla.
Yeah,
Uh,
Tesla.
so people are,
They were sick and tired of being sick and tired.
yep. Crypto and blockchain companies are snapping up public relation execs from Google, Twitter, and Elderman as regulation loom. So, when they were talking about, oh, it looked bad for you to hot companies and all of that, the exact hot companies
All
all
the
day,
time.
every day, all day, every day. The hot companies. Why? Because they see a bigger opportunity to make something that makes some more money. So I'm just saying they do it all day, every day. All right. So this I got a by it because I want to see what you think. Microsoft is investigating its own partnership, and I hate when it does that, with abnormal security amidst the claims that the hot email security startup misrepresented how much it uses Microsoft Azure Cloud.
Huh. That is a
There's a right.
Yeah. Like,
Abnormal security is a key part of the plan meant to make Microsoft Azure Cloud cool for startups. Under the program, Abnormal would move onto Azure and Microsoft would co-sell Abnormal's products. A year later, an email says Abnormal misrepresented it, misrepresented its Azure use, and Microsoft is investigating. And I just want to know how I misrepresented,
they're
right?
trying to get that check. Let's scroll.
Under the terms of the partnership, Abnormal would join the MA-led Microsoft for Startup program. Insiders said the program benefits for participants include 250,000 worth of Azure credits on this platform, the opportunity to get spotlighted at Microsoft events, and most important for any young startup, access to Tech Titan's tremendous customer base. In return, Abnormal pledged to move its cloud infrastructure away from Amazon, Microsoft's dominant cloud rival, and onto Microsoft Azure platform. Microsoft will co-sell Abnormal's products into Azure users. The two companies build it as a win, and I'm assuming they just didn't move. Within 2 months of announcing the partnership with Microsoft, Abnormal closed a $50 million funding round for top venture firms, Manolo, was it? Is it Menlo? Manolo, Menlo, Ventures and Greylock. I've heard about Greylock Partners at 600 million valuation a year to date. However, there came signs that things weren't going as planned. Internet emails sent to Microsoft employees involved in abnormal relationships that Microsoft had learned in February of this year they had misrepresented. In other words, they probably never moved. They took the check and never moved.
No. And they weren't going to. It sounded good, I bet, at the sales pitch. I bet the deck was spectacular.
They said we learned in September 2021 they had made minimal progress towards co-selling compliance and deals with customers thought were on Azure were being deployed on AWS.
So even the new customers was coming on, they weren't transitioning.
Mm-mm-mm. You know what that
Got
sound
to keep
like?
our eye on that, see how that plays out.
You know what that sound like? They couldn't find engineers to do the deployments, or they couldn't
I think
find
they oversold. They were like, mm.
they couldn't find engineers to do the deployments. All right, Amazon's Amazon is considering offering prescription drugs and lottery tickets in its cashierless grocery stores to boost traffic.
They like, we're gonna have to get in on the numbers.
So, what does that mean for convenience stores, mom and pop stores that sell these lottery tickets? gas stations and so forth. Gas
Can you
stations
imagine
might be
hitting
all
them
right.
numbers at the Amazon store? But I mean, the corner stores, they don't, sell prescription drugs. So what does that have to do with the mom and pop prescription drugs? Or now it's in competition with, your Walgreens and your CVS's.
Hmm. So they're selling lottery tickets. I'm mad that Amazon is selling lottery tickets because how I know they not using AI and machine learning to give me the lottery ticket.
They could be. They could be rigging up the game.
You never win at a Amazon store. What's
Or
going on before the
it might
billions?
just be scratchers. We never know.
Mm,
You just go in there because it's cashierless. So I mean, could they do your quick picks?
mm. I thought this was cool. I designed the daily doodle you see on Google.com. Here's how I became the art director for the world's most visited website. You want to see who it is?
No.
Boom, boom. There she is. Her name is Angelica McKinley. She is 35. She's an art director on the Doodle team at Google. She spends her days scouting diverse artists and brainstorming ideas to cover big events. She spends, this is what her career has been like, as told to freelancer Perry Armont Bloomberg. The second time I'm seeing Bloomberg spell that way today. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Here's how she did her doodles, her
Do
logo.
people? I want to know. Do people ever click on the doodle and see
I
what?
do.
I click on the doodle.
Follow on Curiosity. She graduated from Hampton, HBCU. Shout out Hampton. All right. In 2008 with a degree in advertising, spent 10 years as an editorial, art director, designer, and consultant on print and digital products. Let's see. In 2019, her goal was achieved when she joined Google's Doodle team as an art director. There you go. I wear many hats, so no 2 days are the same. Being a good storyteller can take you far and further your technical skills. Let's see what else they got. And that was pretty much it. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool. When we get stories like this, it just let how your background and your love for things connects to tech. You know, People can't fathom like how do my drawings and my little doodles, how can I be in tech? It's crazy.
All right. We talked about this on Wednesday. WebAssembly. Jump into WebAssembly with Hippo. Dee can post this link. But this makes it easy to build and run portable WASM applications, whether they're browser hosted or standalone. And then they get into WebAssembly and the new Hippo platform. I just put it out there in case people were interested in setting up Hippo on your development PC. They walk you through this. They have some tutorials. They walk you through it in case it's something you want to play with, something you're interested in, right? All right, let's get to the real conversations.
What is the real conversation? All our conversations are real. They can go ahead and like and subscribe.
All
That's
right,
real conversation.
ready for tech salaries? You ready to see what VMware is talking about?
We always want to see the money.
I'm not gonna post. I'm not gonna scroll. I want you to give me some numbers. Give me some numbers. What do
Well,
you think
it's a
a
big number
baseline?
if people are
A
paying attention.
Yeah, give
That's
me a base. Give me some baseline numbers. What's going on before the billions? That's right. Let's get the likes up. Hampton, I see you.
he said. Kevin said the real HU. I knew it was coming. I knew somebody was gonna say it.
The real HU. Mm.
I don't even want that smoke.
I'm waiting on some numbers. What we got? We don't have no numbers. I know some numbers. What you thinking? I need one number. What you think, Diva?
200,000.
All right, let's go. All right, 276,000 for staff engineer in California. 248, 229 staff engineer. 225, 185, 165, 160, 80,000. VMware high analysts across the U.S. with salaries ranging from 95,000 roughly to 188,000. And then they go on right here. VMware hired salespeople and business expert who are paid salaries up to 242,000. Right here, business senior business strategy manager, service advanced analytics, IT business system analyst, business and data analyst manager. And then they hire directors and other senior roles up to 310. Senior director, cloud products, R&D, director of engineering, senior product line, marketing manager. Right. So that's for the VMware. Now this one comes from InfoWorld, and from InfoWorld's perspective, they have the 18 paying highest paying developer roles out there. Um, so let's make this a little bigger. 146 to 152 in 2020, and now 153 in 2021. It's Robert Half's 2022 salary guide.
And then you
Cloud.
got to think with Robert Half, like, is it really correct? Because they've, I think they've taken out their chunk of what they get for hiring you. You think?
Possibly 153 to 180, 150 to 180. Software developer and engineers. Here we go, right here. I hope you can see this.
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah, that's
All
much
right,
better.
all right. Software applications manager, senior software engineer, developer program analyst, mainframe programmer, web developers responsible for web applications get paid on a slightly different scale than the standard software developer titles. Here's what they got. And then they got DevOps engineer and SRE, which is what we want to see. I think these are a little low, 126 to 154, 125 to 149. QA, they're going, it looks like anywhere from 81,000 or 78,000 to 124. So I thought those were relatively low. And then here is LinkedIn workforce report. I don't know if y'all saw this. All right. So LinkedIn, over 180 million workers in the US have LinkedIn profiles. Over 97,000 companies in the US use LinkedIn, and members can add over 38,000 skills to their profile. Right. Um, this looks like it came reports from these cities. And it says hiring slowing down for spring surge. Agriculture, education, public safety see the biggest monthly gains. I want to
Mhm.
show you this. Hiring recovery starting to reach coastal cities. That's not what I want to show you. This is okay. But I want to show you this. So let me make it a little smaller. Here they talking about the month to month change. So 13% for agriculture, right? Or plus 13, right? Design, hardware. But let's scroll on down. Yeah, that's nice. Let's see. Is it on here? Is it on my next one? Oh, right here. Right here. Year to year change. That's what we want with it. Sorry, not month to month. All right, 35 for design, right? Corporate services, entertainment, 53.1. followed by your favorite thing that we always talk about, software and IT services, 43.8%, right? And as you see, too, hardware and networking. But you notice that, and I don't know if you've been paying attention, how entertainment and tech are colliding as well, too. It says the U.S. cities that are losing the most people: State College, Pennsylvania, uh, and then College Station, Bryan, Texas, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I have no idea what's in Tuscaloosa. Somebody let me know what's there. I have no idea.
Obviously,
Tallahassee,
nothing if they leaving.
Gainesville. I mean, like what, like what else is there? I don't know what's in Tuscaloosa. Detroit. All right, cities that have gained. All right, cities gaining the most people: Austin, North Point, Northport, Sarasota, Nashville, Tampa Bay,
They need to go home. We're gonna be like Atlanta pretty soon. There's no more room for you here. There's no more room.
Jacksonville, Raleigh, Durham,
Oh, the
Charlotte.
University of Alabama is in Tuscaloosa.
Okay, well they leaving. Denver, Phoenix, and Dallas Fort Worth. Whatever's going on, they leaving. Right. So this also has a economic graph, right? So they talk about, the skills and stuff. So they put it into a graph where you can see it. But D could drop this link so you can have that. All right, D, we could open it up to the peoples. I did my good deed for the day. I can go on. I got a whole bunch of other links that I've actually have saved. Let me see. Because I was like, I don't want to run over. But you could drop the link. Anybody that want to come up, more than welcome to come up, chit chat, whatever. But let me go. I think I had one other link. Yep, I did. This was supposed to be on this morning show. And I didn't put it up there. Broadband firm Starry to go public in a $1.7 billion SPAC. I didn't put that up there. So Starry Inc. This
You
was
know
announced
what,
on Thursday.
Belle? I don't know. A lot of cities where the college is the town. I mean, people just get bored. Like if the city's not growing,
That's what I'm saying. For University of Alabama to have all that money, it should be attracting companies, right?
but
And the talent.
it's like only a few like college towns that stay. Like for me, when I moved to Atlanta, I needed some city living. I didn't want to go to a college where the college was the town. And a lot of things like public transportation, people want to live in cities that are more walker friendly, more diverse, and just a couple of blocks around your campus, that kind of gets old.
Somebody had asked a question, and I'm putting it in the chat too. If you're starting out with Linux, what do you use? What language do you start with? All right, so Python is hot. I mean, it's just better, one of the things, but Rust is hotter. Rust, I'm saying go with Rust because it gets you into blockchain, AI, machine learning. Keeps you in the sweet spot. They're also working on putting Rust inside of the Linux kernel, so um, I don't know if that's gonna be like in the next 2 years or so, but they're working on it. So um, I like going with with Rust or whatnot. You said public transportation is why I picked the school I ended up in finishing at.
It's important. It's important. It's how you get to work, how you get home if you don't have a car, um, restaurants. not only, just cheap fast food restaurants, but where you can get good eats from, your grocery store, your bank. It's just those little conveniences
Mm-hmm.
that you need when you're in college.
Yep. Anybody
Things that are
backstage?
in walking distance. Nobody just wants to do bars and drink at college. And then as you're getting you start making money and things of that nature. It's no one wants to stay in the dorm for a long time. It's like, what kind of apartments do you have, or places to stay? Are there any internship opportunities? And it could be the weather. People are leaving because they want more favorable weather.
Bill, I know why they leaving. Why they coming to Tampa? They coming to Tampa for uh weather, cost of living. Ark Investment is moving here. She's headquartered. She's already here. I was listening to her live stream last night. And she was talking about her walking around. She was talking about Zillow, and then she was talking about trying to find a house. And she was like, people are looking at houses that are not on the market and looking at the equity that the private equity that they have in the house, and then they're offering whatever the Z estimate is for that house, even though that house may not be worth that. They offering that, and then sometimes they'll offer over 100,000 over to get those people out of those homes, right? And for Zillow, they may be their own death, right? They might be their own death.
Just a little too ambitious.
Yeah,
But also, people are coming here because, even though it's 64 today, it's November. Like tomorrow, it'll be warmer. I know why I moved here. People want great weather. They want a growing city. I call the Tampa Bay area, like, I call it a big small town.
you
It's,
call it
to
the
me, it
Tampa
reminds me
Bays.
of what Atlanta used to be. You have everything that any major city has. You got the airport. You can get anywhere. You can go north or south, so that gives you, farmland, trees, rivers, streams. You get that international vibe. We're surrounded by big bodies of water. We got the Atlantic Ocean. We got the Gulf of Mexico. Um,
You
houses.
just gonna you gonna keep trying to big it up, huh?
No, they can't move here. But I know I was answering Bell why people are moving here, and then it's a big DoD space, like on both coasts. So people are coming here for opportunity and quality of life.
Yeah, we have manatees. And houses, yeah, 100K, yeah, houses are going over 100K. Like, she gonna keep going on. You have to kind of interject, but that's okay.
What's
Word
gonna
on
keep going on?
word on the curb is she moving to Atlanta. That's the word on the curb.
I don't know who curve that is. Somebody hit that curve.
Mm, yeah, that way.
I've done my time in Atlanta.
She
I've
going
done my.
on.
I love Atlanta. You can eat, drink, and shop in Atlanta, but I'm not interested.
She going to Atlanta. Yep. We're gonna see her in the streets. You're gonna see her on 285. You're gonna see her on 20
Nope,
East,
I'm
20
not. Bell,
West.
don't believe that hype. Even when I lived in Atlanta, I was in the Midtown area. Everything in my world was in a 5 block walking radius. Tam would be in Atlanta before I do.
I may visit, but and see my family, but D's gonna be back there living. She gonna be living. She gonna be propped up. I'm propped up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out.
One thing about mute, it works both ways. And so even though she mutes me all the time, I get to
Hey,
mute
don't be
her too.
muting me. No, mute me. Let me go. Yeah. So yeah, we got. Let me see. I think you said something up here. Thank you. And yes, I settled for a private school for IT information technology because of the freedom. But now I'm like, what's next? Palm Beach. Yep, we have some people that just moved down to Palm Beach from New York. We have some people that moved here from to Tampa. I mean, the list is gonna keep growing. If anything, Orlando is saturated. Do I sing too? I harmonize. D don't like nobody. Let's be clear. She don't like nobody singing. Let's be clear.
How did I get roped into this?
I said she said Tam, you sing too. I was like, yeah, but D don't like my singing. You don't like nobody. That's what I said. I said what I don't mute me. I said what I said. D is a hater. You exactly. Exactly. I'm glad somebody else can see the hate from afar.
That's one thing D will never be.
Gotta put your blockers on. Gotta put your blockers on.
She
You
is in rare form today.
gotta
She
put your blockers
is. She
on.
is in rare form
You can't
today.
get it
She
from the
is.
side. Can't get it from the side. Ooh.
She is. She
Hey,
is.
what was that video with
She was
Mary
at the
J?
car dealership this morning. That's what that is. That's
Mm,
what. That's what the cars do. She was at the car dealership this morning.
uh-uh.
She's she's in rare form.
That's when you that Mary J. Blige when Mary J. Blige doing the thing when she dancing with the thing like the lightsaber. Ooh, ooh, blocker.
Tam don't know what she'll do without me.
See
I'm her
what you
biggest
say?
fan.
Bringing the people the info plus the entertainment, the threats, man. I try to tell you, man. Gee, where can you get a pair of these shades? I got them in Boca Raton at I don't know the name of the spot, but I can show you online who they're made by. Yeah, show you.
Aren't they on the side of the glasses?
I just looked at them. I just wanted to see if they had a model number. All right, here you go. You gotta share the screen so you can see.
Do I?
Don't be a hater, D. It's not okay. I think this them.
Those are not those.
Well, they look like them on the side though.
They're Ballman.
They the same
Oh,
ones.
they're
Yeah,
not.
they're bomb. Those are bomb.
I know, but they're not the same firm.
No, but they're not. But they similar. Let me go to images. Oh, there they go right there.
But that's one of the good things about living in Florida. You can take a little short trip down
Yeah, that's
south
them.
and spend a little staycation.
No, Boca Raton. You don't need a passport. Depending on are you in the states? That's right. No more drama. But the one I'm talking about is Mary J. Blige.
They are a security liability, Lynn. I agree. But she's not looking like up anything but what she's showing on the screen. So I did peep that when she first put them on.
What you mean? What's the liability?
Because we see your screen in the
Oh
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
in
yeah.
the
But I,
shades, but
yeah, but
you're
they
not
not.
you don't have anything
I don't
up.
have anything on my screen, so
She don't have
yeah,
her porn up.
yeah. I mean, what my porn? I wouldn't dare put your OnlyFans page up while I'm on here.
Swear you trying it.
I wouldn't do you like that.
The only thing on there is my feet.
You my friend. I want to put your. Why would I put your OnlyFans change up like that, D. D. This is me. All right. So
I
good
know.
deal.
I'm always looking out. You see how she treat me bad around here. But I guess I'll get me a good lunch today.
What you mean you gonna get a good lunch? The only verse, D gonna be in the only verse. She gonna be the only hater in the only verse.
But little do they know, I'll be fine in my only verse.
I
Don't
try to
worry about me
try
in
to
my only
find it.
verse.
What? Oh, that's it right there.
You be looking for me in broad daylight with a flashlight in my only
This
verse.
how I have to do it like that. That's how I gotta do it. Oh, oh.
The lies. Every week. Every
Get it,
week we
Mary.
have
Get
to
it,
come with a
Mary.
lie.
Oh, miss me. Oh, miss me. Ho, Mary got it.
Yeah, with you.
Ah, ow.
Now she about to crack herself up.
It was funny to me. All right, cool. Nobody backstage. All right, you ready to eat?
I am a little famished.
Okay. Mary,
Mary got the same five moves. That's her and Lil Kim. They got the same five moves.
my little Kim moves. I don't have no color. I don't have no green wig or nothing like that. I got some shades, but I ain't got no green
It's a
wig.
green wig in there. We can get you a green wig.
Green wig.
Green, blue, red, purple.
Mm-mm.
What you looking
Thank you.
at?
Thank you. Is it conforte? Fruite? Fruite? I let Dia say it because I'm a slaughter it. Why do Mary have a lightsaber? And I don't know. Somebody that's what they was talking about with Mary. It looked like she had a lightsaber when she be when she be dead.
Thank you, Natanya. We appreciate you.
And thank you, Tanya. We appreciate you. Oh, let us know. Did y'all like um Friday, not Friday, Wednesday night? Was that informative?
Was anybody here? Oh, we got a super sticker too. Thank you for the super sticker.
Black Professor Ops, you missed. Oh, Black Professor Ops, Professor Black Ops, you missed Wednesday. You got to subscribe to our meetup. So on Future Jones, and we like this all the time. This is us all the time, all the time.
Unfortunately, yes, it is. It's
uh,
terrible.
yeah, yep. So Wednesday we had the recruiters on. Professor Black Ops, you missed it. You know, I don't know. You might have been asleep. You might not have could have hang that night. You might have been asleep. You might have been asleep.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
we have it. I don't know where you're at. I, oh,
You in
no, I
DC?
want
You
to
in
say
DC?
Vegas, but that's somebody else.
He in DC, and
Oh,
we
okay,
having
it
from
was
7 to
$7 o'clock
9.
Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, we I have to split up the video and I'll be posting it on Meetup. I mean on our YouTube on the Meetup playlist. But it was great information. We had the president of Revacom come and he was such a treat. I have those jobs posted on Slack that he has open. Everything. Oh, he's in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is Cisco 5. I'll have that replay on. Hopefully, I can get it done this weekend. Get
Oh,
it
it's not
uploaded.
streaming on Twitter
But
too.
he had all his positions are dev opish and they're remote. Um, is I don't know if we were on for 4 hours. We could have been. It was seven, maybe 7 to 10.
Yeah, we gotta chop it up, but I don't think it's 4 hours. I think we got off at 10.
I
I
don't
think
know,
we went.
but it's
I
so
think we
much
went.
information, and
We
there's
went an
just
extra
it's
hour.
two different sets of information. And then the recruiters that came on, they were uh, I want to call it Bitcoin, but it is blockchain centric
She was like, I want to
careers.
call it Bitcoin.
I do. That was the first thing. I was reading some Bitcoin stuff, so blockchain centric.
Yeah, and in case here it's
And they're going to
April.
come back and do like a resume review meetup type of situation. So I'm excited, because there's always a lot of questions about resumes and how to pivot and to transfer your skill sets from other industries and how it's relevant to the jobs that you're looking for. So
Yep. So that's the I brought them on because of this job.
let me pull it up.
I blow that up. Yep. Blockchain lead, New York, 700 to 100,000 full time.
And Natalia, it's not posted yet. I didn't post it yet. I have to upload it.
Yep. The guest
Natasha
book.
was there. Yeah, it was
Yep.
good. It was a good
Hmm.
Wednesday.
And then we got I'm trying to get the head of Open Shift to come on. She's agreed, but we gotta arrange some time. We do have some lawyers that are coming on. Just a lot of people that are coming on. Um, I hope y'all are connecting with them. I hope you're utilizing uh what we bring.
Yeah. I guess if anything, I want people to know that,
Yeah,
a career in tech is obtainable.
yes, it's people and women in Lynch that have those credentials. That's why we do Thursday, because not everybody can make a Wednesday, so we do it Thursday as well too. And then sometimes we need to spill over. I need to finish off the class. We got like five little things left, and we haven't finished that off
I
yet.
know,
So I
but you
need
get
to.
so excited and the speakers come and, it pushes the class back a little bit, but hopefully everybody is studying when there's no class and,
Mm-hmm.
have their study groups. I'd be very interested to know how the outside study groups are coming together as well.
Yep. And we also I was on a meeting last night. I forget his name. I follow him on LinkedIn. We were talking about um what is it like to do to build like a, a union. We're talking about a union and so forth. So uh we thought
Evelyn,
about that.
there's supposed to be some outside study groups. You would have to ask in the RHCHA channel and see who's down for one or if they have one going. We wanted them to be self-forming, so that's probably based on time zones and availabilities for that. But that
Mm.
goes down in that channel.
Yeah, and I was trying to link up our Slack is paid for. So with that being said, that means that you all can call each other on Slack. You can share your screen, all that stuff. So that's why that's there. But also we can always spin up a room and you all can use the room. That's not a big deal. In case you don't want to use something else. But either way it go, you just let us know. We just
Yeah, so
have
Slack
one
is
open.
very well contained. You don't have to spin up too much. Can you do a group chat? You can do a group chat in Slack, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, share files so you don't have
Yeah,
to do
you can
Meetup
use
or
Toggle.
Zoom or anything. You can just keep that stuff in Slack.
Yeah, you can use Toggle. Good.
Oh,
I'm
that's
glad they've been
great.
helpful.
Big up to Shishini and Kevin.
Oh yeah, Huddle. That's what it is. Not Toggle. Huddle. Yeah, I'm glad y'all are making great connections. At least you know what's out there, and at least you know how to maneuver. And Code and Evelyn, you asked did anybody in Women Linux have that? Yeah, I mean various people have various skill sets in women in Linux. Not everybody is a beginner, so um, it's various people. Not everybody is studying Linux. People are just there to connect. Some people are just there to connect. So it depends on who we're talking about. But there are some people that have that skill set. Now whether they apply or not, I don't know.
I don't know, Evelyn. It hadn't froze on our end.
Uh
I'm so glad we don't have a struggle screen. We hadn't had a struggle screen in a minute.
no, I'm still going.
Yeah, we're still going. It might be your connection. Thanks, Natanya. We're great for connections. I mean, that's what we're there for. I mean, people are looking
Drop
for
drop a one. Drop a
folks
one in the
with
comments.
tech skills, and they come to groups like ours first. And what skill sets?
Yeah, drop a one in the comments because I still see everything moving.
Yeah, I still see everything moving.
Yeah.
I mean, infrastructure, DevOps, sysadmin,
Terraform, GitLab, GitFlow, GitOps, everything I had on that sheet earlier.
all the jobs we look up
Compliance is code. Oh, what is Evelyn asking about? Oh, she's talking about the job.
for certifications.
No, the job that I posted.
Oh,
The job that I showed on the screen um for the X4 company.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Yep. So Kayla actually posted that job in Bit, and I brought it over to Women in Linux, and then I reached out to the recruiters. It's like,
Tell us
let's,
more.
let's see what you're talking about. Let's see if you're real. Gang gang. So let's see. Also, for the resume review and so forth and so on. When you all are, uh, I don't know. When you all are doing your resume review with people, are you getting just one resume? Or are you getting several resumes? Right.
Women in
Uh,
Linux is a good resource for a person looking to learn Linux.
yeah, you can join Women in Linux Slack group. There's also the RHCSA channel, and then we post tons of information. The question I would ask is, what are you once you learn Linux? What's your next steps? Right?
We
Always be
have
planning.
fundamentals. We have some resources in our Slack channel. We have an announcements where how to get started for beginners, some stuff for intermediate, and some more advanced stuff. So go there. Also, it's on the website. Just some getting started resources.
Yep. Also, if you are um looking to move different ways in Linux, that I mean that's a I mean either you can set a 101 or you can go back through all the videos that we have. I think I've done a pretty good job of explaining like verticals in Linux and then showing you the jobs that are out there, and you can then say, okay, what kind of jobs that I can get and what type of companies they are. Excuse me. And I haven't really focused on space recently. I need to get back to that. And edge computing. I need to get back to that. And then even on the networking side, like if you doing penetration testing, or like I was on the ones um, show, and we were talking about networking with Cisco and F5 and automation and so forth. So that's
We
Just
recommend we start with the fundamentals, and for us, because it's women in Linux, we start with Linux as a foundation. But we do encourage networking and
yep.
programming language
But
and security.
you're talking about the AWS sysops, but my question is, okay, so you get the AWS sysops, and then what? But like, what's your goal? Like, those are the questions I'm leaning towards. Like, are you looking to be a cloud engineer? Are you looking to get into AI, machine learning, DevSecOps, penetration testing? Um, are you looking to do cybersecurity with it? I mean, like, what's the end goal? So that's why I'm asking that.
Yeah,
I understand what sysops is. It's AWS sysops. I get that, but you get it, and then are you going to apply for a job? Or you already have a job and you're pivoting? Just
is there a
just
specific
questions I have.
role? Cloud engineer.
Yep, yep. And then, do you know what size company you want to work for? Right. Yep. Yep. Lynn knows. I can give you a ton of options, or you can get these couple of options or whatnot, connections, who to talk to, who not to
Yeah,
talk to, when to talk to them.
drill it down.
Yep. Yep. And the other thing too, you all have to remember too is, when you're on this journey, if you don't keep notes of what you're doing and what you're discovering, and all the shows that we've done, I have notes on every last one of those shows. Every last one of those. Not going back to the videos, but literally the notes on every last one of the shows. Like, right. And so, I can go back and pull some notes. Oh, remember in episode 15? Oh, when I said this, okay, here you go. Right. But the goal, the goal of what I'm saying to that is, it helps you see your own progress.
And we also encourage people to look at the Slack channel on your laptop or your desktop. The phone and your tablet is fine, but there's over 80 channels in Slack, and you can do more of a deep dive and search better. So I encourage you to do that. It's a little challenging to see on the phone.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Um those that call into the meetup from your phone and you be on there the whole time. Honestly, I don't even know how y'all do it. because because there be so much information, number one, and then number two, you can't see the screen. I've never tried it for my phone because I'm always the one teaching. I don't know how you do it. Um
I guess if people listen to podcasts and they're driving, you never know what people are doing.
that's
So
what I
they're
said.
trying to catch it.
But still, even after that, it's still hard. Like, if I say, okay, let's cd to this directory, and in this directory we're gonna do a long listing of these files, and let's move these 10 files over to this folder. That means nothing to you as you're driving.
Right. It doesn't, but also we always say that you want to surround yourself by the verbiage as well. And so just listening to it to help you speak the language.
I want
Thanks,
oh
Sydney.
I wonder if we should, like, when y'all go back and watch the videos, is there closed captioning turned on?
It should be. I turned them on, but I think for closed caption, somebody has to basically, um, I think it's an open source project where they go and they type out what you're saying. I don't think it's an automated thing. I have to look.
I know on YouTube you can have a closed caption, but I'm thinking about the meetups. That's what you're thinking about?
Oh, I'm thinking about when we post the meetups on YouTube,
Oh,
but I
okay.
don't know if it's a closed caption in GoToMeeting as we are speaking.
Got you. Got you.
Not
I
sure.
wonder. And the other thing too. So we're rolling into next year. We should be rolling out some surveys pretty soon as to what you want to see more of. Now, I say that with this: I can't teach everything. I gotta eat too, and I gotta go to sleep at some point. Oh, and I had to work.
I gotta
So
live. I got a life. I
yeah,
got a life.
yeah. So you have to let me know what else did you all want. We were supposed to roll out our other show, but somebody, I'm not gonna say no names. Yeah, that's right. They'll have my shirts, but I won't say no names at all.
I was gonna say something and I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, I want to see more volunteers for 2021. And
I want to see the shirts.
I want to
No,
see more volunteers.
no
Um,
shirts off.
I know it's hard to find time, but if there are some things you want to see with women in Linux, I know suggestions are great, but just an hour, a month, whether it be a blog post, whether it is posting in Slack, whether it is posting on social media, um, sharing your journey in a meetup, volunteering for a conference, getting on the team to for a conference. We got a couple of conference to- topics that we want to probably explore for next year. So probably like a day conf, nothing too extensive, virtual conf, and go from
You
there.
want to see volunteers? What about lightning talks?
Talks, like I said, share the meetup. We can do a lightning talk, a little 3 hour situation, just like how we do a virtual happy hour, and people just share your journey. I know people get a little camera shy,
Oh, nobody
but
still didn't want to come up. Did you drop the links
no,
again?
nobody came up.
Mm, mm.
And people want to know that tech is obtainable, and everybody's path to tech is a little different. So you know, I think it'd be great to do just kind of like a fireside chat.
What's going on, Q4? How you doing?
Hey, how you
Yeah, Belle,
doing?
you should share your journey.
And then
I know.
it helps you in public speaking, and it's to hone your soft skills and going into interviews, talking about yourself. I know it's hard for people to speak about themselves, and you're just like, "Who little me?" But it's helpful to somebody out there.
Just like the little girl said, me? You love me? Me? It's all good. So what we're gonna do is, I think I got a meeting at 4 o'clock, or
You
do
do.
you got a meeting at 4 o'clock?
You got to meet me at 4 o'clock. I got to be with a bowl of Cheerios.
See,
I'm
go straight.
starving. I'm surprised you guys haven't hurt my stomach.
I
Um,
know who that is at 4 o'clock. East Coast time. Cool. Yep. So I said, when you both learn Linux, did you attend a boot camp, take college course, or uh,
so far.
I'm gonna send you the video.
Because that's kind of like our origin story. Tam is self taught, and I'm self taught. Tam, introduced me to Linux, and then, you know, she's teaching. So I'm Tam taught, and then,
And
you
then
continue on with your studies.
she fell asleep. Mm, mm, mm. Fell asleep on me. Let me get it. But
But it's
oh,
it's crazy because the courses that were available when I started learning, there's so much more. But as you'll hear that Tam didn't learn Linux in college; she's self-taught as well. So she had a job in Linux before she graduated college.
the
I knew
drool.
somebody was gonna mention that old fraud drool part. I didn't drool on that lady. I'm not a drooler. It's not my. That's not my testimony.
Gotta block them.
New hashtag Tam Talk. I am. I was Tam Talk, and she was so excited, and she was just like way up here with it,
I
and I
was
was
not
like,
way up here. I was doing the same thing I do in the
and you
class.
was way up
Open
here with it
open up the
sometimes.
command line. You just
It
don't
was
like
not. It was.
you just don't it
No, no,
was
no.
you just don't like
You.
black and
This
white
was before
text.
your teaching career, and you do a lot of sidebars. Like
No, this you just don't like text. You just don't like black and white.
I
You
do like
coming
black
from
and
a
white.
yeah, you coming from a
I
GUI
will
world
never. I
into
won't. That wasn't it.
to
You
that
brought out
world.
notes. She brought
Man,
out
why I
notes
don't have a mute button
from the
on my
80s. She
side?
took in high school. She was just so excited, like a kid at Christmas. But I will never live it down. But it's in our history books.
She went to sleep.
I did
You
go to sleep.
and
I'm
you
not
drooled.
denying the drill part. I'm denying, but I did doze off on you.
You know what? I'm gonna wear the shirt where you drew that because I saved it.
I
I'm gonna
can't.
wear the shirt.
No, Q4. I am not a black belt. It's like with anything. I don't use Linux in my job in my role at work at all. I just had a course, an infrastructure course last year around this time, and we had like a half a day with Linux. But one of my goals in this role I'm at now was more Linux and to get deeper off into the technical aspects of you know a role. But it was just like, no, you're gonna do this. So no, I'm not a black belt, but I can move around.
Say the commands out loud.
I can SSH to a box and say some commands and get some directories and look up some permissions and all that.
Let's open up a screen. Let's see.
You don't have time for that. Yes, Bell, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. But it was anything. So um, there's a lot more labs they have now that you're able to
Yeah, a
practice.
cloud guru was Linux Academy. What they came around 2015,
I mean,
2012,
like I said,
2015.
when Linux Academy came out, Anthony, who sold the company, he was doing the videos, he was doing the training. So, and again, it's one of those things where
I don't even think
this
the
is the benefit
Linux
of women in Linux. You
Foundation
learn
had
a lot of
anything.
commands, but it's just like, okay, once I learn these commands, what do I do with those?
See,
Like,
that's the
how
thing.
do I apply these commands, and what
See,
are my scenarios with
that's the thing.
these commands work?
That's the thing. That's the biggest thing with Linux is everybody looks for how do I apply the command? What do I do with these commands and then move on next, right? When in actuality is skill stacking. So you gotta go learn the next thing.
Yeah. So
And you
it's
was
like you can
echoing
have
on
a.
me.
I got a whole book. Like I can type in some commands, but it's just like, okay, what serves the purpose? So no, I'm not a black belt yet. I want to get some more into it. Let's see.
Q4 it
Sam, you got
depends
a
on how far
question?
you want to go. Like if you want to start doing embedded Linux and see, and the embedded Linux gets into so many things: Raspberry Pis, IoT devices, space, um, uh, uh, programming refrigerators and washing machine and dryers. Right? If that's your thing, yeah. right? You can work at any car company has an IoT device on the car, right? Your key fob is really an IoT device. You say you want a job. What you want a job doing? Like that's the thing. Like what's your end? What is your end result? What do you want your end result to look like? Because you could get a job right now as a Linux system administrator and just go take the RHCSA and get you a job. That's no
Yeah,
lie.
some people, you know, last week in the comments, like, you don't do it for the money.
Yeah. Okay. So again, you can do the RHCSA. The next one is if you add on Ansible, then you can start working at doing automation and doing configuration. You add on Terraform, now you're building infrastructure and you're automating infrastructure, automating the builder infrastructure and automating the configuration. So then you add in security with that, and now we're talking DevSecOps, right?
In Q4, I thought you wanted to do some space stuff. So again, start with the end first. Look at the roles that you want to go into. What interests you at this point in your career, as far as industry, role, where you want to be, and just work towards that goal.
Yeah. Yeah, Ansible. Ansible is a configuration management tool like Puppet, like Chef, like Salt. But they all have their differences. Puppet is based underneath is made with Ruby. Ansible is made with Python. I think Chef is made with Ruby, and I forget what Salt is made with. However, when you're looking at configuration management tools, is hey, I take Terraform, I build my infrastructure, just a regular piece of infrastructure out um in the cloud or on some bare metal machine if you want to, or VMware. And then you take Ansible to change some configuration files if you need it to be changed. Then you the other part of the building process is you need to test what you're building, right? So unit testing inside of that. So you do unit testing for your infrastructure, unit testing for your Ansible code. Uh, how do you make sure it's secure? How do you know that what you deployed is secure, right? Um, you might have opened up something and left it wide open. Bust it wide open, bring it back. But um,
That's what I'm talking about. But you know what, Q4, you have to apply. You might be that face that breaks up the liliness of it all. So you know, if it's something that you want to do, all you can do is
oh
apply.
yeah, yeah. I mean Q4. I mean we already talked about it, right? I mean,
Sometimes it be like that.
the- yeah, man. I can't. The only what I do is I'll show the people of color their actual their companies that they're building and go from there, right? But the other side of this is like when you start getting into, and that's the problem, right? So now I got to get on my soapbox. Okay, look, the only way you can stop having the hey this is 15 other people in this group and there's none that look like me is we got to get in the group, right? We gotta get you gotta we gotta get in. Somebody gonna get hit. Let's just be honest.
Right.
Somebody
Right.
gonna get.
And as long as you on this earth, you're gonna be a civil rights movement. Like it's this women in Linux is a movement. You
Yeah,
know,
you I mean,
what
and
we
I
do every day, and it's changing your mindset. Like you can't not go for what you want or roles that you are interested in just because, you know, somebody don't look like who's going to take the first step. And I'm not
and
saying that you have to be the martyr for everybody, but shoot, it is what it is. Like you just got to do it.
I mean,
You can bring
Kelvin,
your own
it
dog.
depends on the job. I mean, Kelvin, you can go for a job and it'll ask you for a certain some won't, right? Some we was having this discussion tonight. Here's the thing. You all, this is just honest truth. You all can go get all these certs, right? You can go get all these certs. You can get hired, still not get paid what you're supposed to be worth. Or you cannot get all these certs and get hired and get paid as the same as somebody who had the certs just because you have the knowledge. Again, if you're not showing up to the interview, if you're not showing up at work, if you're not showing up when it's time to perform, and you're not negotiating, it don't matter. So, but again, I'm just showing you spaces now where people are at.
Yeah, because I mean,
And
some people are great test takers and they can take this to pass the certification, but not
yeah,
have any
but
working knowledge of it or can't talk the talk. So
what I'm saying is I'm showing you stuff where people are at, where the industry is going now, so you can get in now, so you can be on the ground level. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Not wait 5 years from now and we're like, oh yeah, I remember Tamika was talking about that. No, she talked about that 5 years ago, and we
right.
should have been
And
there.
then you miss the boat, just like what was it we were talking about?
Yeah.
Uh,
So I don't want.
Kubernetes.
Yeah, I don't want you to be. I don't want us to be that person. Oh yeah, we heard about that. Oh yeah, let me go over here. I don't care if it's one person in there, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. To me, it's kind of like my lawn. All right. If I put crabgrass in my good grass and just never take care of it, or I wouldn't say take care of it, if I never pull the roots out,
Hmm.
eventually at some point it's gonna take over an area of my grass, and if I don't stop it, it's gonna keep growing to eventually it takes over. That's how I look at it. It may be naive to look at it that way, but hey, I'm all. To me, I personally have never cared. I guess because I'm always the only one, so it don't really bother me. But then there's other psychoanalysis you could do on that as well too, from how you were raised. I'm from Atlanta, born and raised in Atlanta. I've seen us at our highest of highs and our lowest of lows. I know what it's like. Go Braves. But at the same token, I just don't. I don't have that big desire like that. Like for me, it's like let's get the work done, and the money that I make affords me to get into places where we hang out at, or where we go at. Right. I don't necessarily need that at work. So that's my take on that. It said you are a package knowledge, personal branding, experience, and so on. Yeah, yeah. I'm studying the RCA, but also folks at my corporate job things as it pertains to partitioning, user account management, etc. They care more about skills than the cert. Yeah, yeah.
And not only that, also Brett, he also said your willingness to learn certain things. Like,
Oh yeah.
if
Hop
you can go
hop
in
in
there
there.
and you selling your personality and you have the ability to do some things and your resume reflects that, they can teach you. They can teach you how to be an engineer. They can teach you DevOps, but they can't teach you how to be a better person.
Yep. Um, you see, can you do it? It matters more than, yep, it does. You got to show up. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to
you gotta
show up.
show up for
And this
yourself.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Um, if again, now you went on the meetup the other night. I'm not gonna say the name of the person who it was or whatnot, but when you're in when you are when you say you got 20 years of Linux experience and you don't know how to change a directory, or you don't know how to get on a Linux box, or you don't know how to create a file or whatnot, got questions. I got questions. I got questions. So that's why for me it's just a foundational things, and then keep moving up from there. Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta build your skills, right? You start with Linux, and then you stack on something else. I don't care if it's cybersecurity or something, but here's the one thing that's true, and I think it'll probably be around the next 10 years. If you don't do anything else, if you don't learn anything else, if you don't know anything else, you at least know Linux. You're gonna at least have a job. Now it may not pay you 400,000, but if worst case scenario, you can at least have a Linux job. Same way with cloud computing. Understanding that you at least have a job. So those are the baselines. Those are basics, right? So if you hit the lottery today for $1 million, and you say you want to work and you want something that's not as stressful, we get you something easy, setting up some accounts, keep pushing. Oh, sure, I can set up your account, no problem. Or okay, you have problems getting in, let me help you, because you have no problems. You're not dependent on it, right? I want us to get to the point where we're not dependent on it, right? So that's my point. You said I couldn't have answered a question about it in an interview before then. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For PKI, yep, how it works, what it is,
Yeah.
how to use it.
And then also when you're in the interview process, asking the recruiter or whoever the hiring manager is, like, how do you cultivate learning here, like with yourself? Like, what kind of classes do you have? Is it Pluralsight? Is there a knowledge center? Do you pay for certifications? That type of stuff, like that needs to be cultivated. That lets you know how your company is going to be pouring into you in the long run.
I just want to see what it say.
What you talking about?
I'm looking at us on Twitter. We're streaming on Twitter,
Oh, all right. Well,
and
nobody came to join the stream.
I said hey now, and it didn't come up over here.
No.
I'm sad.
Yeah, so that means you probably have to have a Twitter screen up, but I don't see it, and we can't post to some destinations. It's saying, so I'm gonna assume that is to Twitter. They don't have that integration yet.
Oh, that's sad. Cool. I hope we answered the questions. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you got all these stuff out of the way. Remember, keep striving. Also keep studying. If you're lost, don't keep sitting there and going down the same road, looking to the left and right. Get some help. If you don't
Tap
get any help,
somebody in.
yeah. If you
Teamwork
don't,
makes the dream work.
like we used to have this place in Atlanta called Charter Peachful Hospital. It's the crazy house, really. It's what it was called, right? That's what we called it. And their motto was, if you don't get help here, get help somewhere. Just if you don't get help here, get help somewhere. Best Linux book that if you're studying Red Hat Linux, it would be, I would just say Red Hat documentation right off their website. If you're studying Ubuntu, I think Ubuntu has a book. But if you want to learn commands and stuff, there's a Linux shortcut command, and there's also a Linux pocket guide. There's also a
We got various cheat sheets and Slack.
yeah, cheat sheets and stuff like that. There's also go to linux.com or just look up Linux cheat sheets. There's a ton of that. Yeah. Red Hat documentation, I think hands down is good documentation, just to walk you through to say, hey, this is how you use this, that, and other. You can sign up for a Red Hat account. It's free. You just sign up for a developer's license. You also get a free CD to download and install the developer version of Red Hat, and then you can sync up and just play around with Red Hat servers, or you can get a free account in AWS, GCP, Azure, and spin up a Red Hat Linux spots in those clouds. I know I don't think DigitalOcean has it, but you can spin up a instance up there, and it'll be a good time. Uh, Thanks for the super chat or super sticker. It'll be a good time to look at how to use AWS or any of those cloud providers command line to spin up your instance and then SSH to your instance and so forth. Don't use the GUI, use the command line. And then be like, oh, well, once I learned the command line, how would I do that? How would I do the same thing if I had to do it in Ansible? And then if you skip over Ansible and don't want to use Ansible, how would I do this in Terraform, right? How can I do that? Just keep building on that research and building and putting the pieces together. It's all one big puzzle. You just need to know how they all play with each other and when to use those tools. That's gonna be your biggest thing.
Oh. And Derek, to speak to your point, some libraries, like if you get a library card, Safari membership is included in that. Like I had my sister, I got a California library card because Safari membership is in there, and I hadn't used it because I was already on it. But look into your library card; they have resources as well.
Yep, VirtualBox, you can install Red Hat, Ubuntu, whatever you want to. Yeah, you can spin up a cloud instance from command line using just the CLI for AWS or whatever vendor you're using, and then go back and try to do the same thing in Ansible, and go back and try to do the same thing in Terraform. And when you start looking at it from those perspectives, you'll say, okay, I spun this up in AWS command line, but and it gave me some output. But if somebody else came behind me, how would they know I spun this up without logging into the console? How does basically I'm getting to maintaining state, and that's the difference with Terraform versus what you have with Ansible versus what you have with the CLI. You can query the state of the infrastructure. You can look and see what was deployed with the state file versus when you're looking at Ansible. The other thing about Ansible is, or even AWS CLI, if you just want to say, hey, I named this server, I want to deploy another server, and or if I say I want to, if I want to if I want to change the name of this server, or if I want to redeploy that server again, or if I want to add on more servers and keep the same server. With Ansible, what Ansible will do, Ansible is not going to check any state. It's just going to deploy a new server, right? It's not going to check to say, oh, okay, you want to rename this. Like if you're just using the EC2 instance, you have to purposely go in and rename it. With again declaring infrastructure as code, you get all of that. When you're looking at Terraform and Terraform Cloud, you can play with Terraform Cloud and start using those tools to see how they work and so forth. So I encourage you to play, right? Get these free accounts and play. AWS is free all month, right? They got the stuff I posted in Slack. It's free all month. Azure and GCP are probably gonna follow right the same thing, right? So go play, go get lost in playing and saying, oh, okay, well, oh, I noticed this difference, oh, I noticed that difference, and I noticed this difference. Go play, have fun, and write a story about it, right? What you found the differences were, how you liked the syntax, how you didn't like the syntax, what you thought
Were
was
you
whack.
totally confused?
Yeah, this
Did you
didn't
need to
make
go
any
tap
sense.
somebody in? Like all of
Yeah,
that is part of the journey. Like was the documentation comprehensible? Like was did you follow it or was it confusing? Like you need to know these things.
yep. And then once you learn a little something, teach somebody else or make a video out of it. It ain't got to be 15 minutes. It ain't got to be 30 minutes. It be a hot 1 minute video. That's it. Don't kill yourself. All right. Mary J. Blige, lifesaver, out.
You guys have a good one. See you next week.